What's up? Your boy Savage, aka Sev Cisneros. You tuning in to Sevlokes Hotels 2.0. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Let's get to the politics. Big shout out to everybody showing the channel love, man. Road to 2,000 subs. Man, it's been a long road. But thank you for everybody that's been interacting with the channel. Recommending videos. Request on, music videos you want me to react to. We're growing, bro. We're the community, and it's a beautiful thing. So I appreciate all the love and support. Mall high salute to everybody. Before I start this video, let me make this clear. I am no way means promoting gang life, gang culture. Just telling the testimony, giving life experiences, and shining some light on the Denver Metro. So with that being said, let's get to this video. So yesterday, I'm surfing on YouTube. I'm doing a YouTube surf. And what I mean by that, I'm going through the videos and I'm doing this, looking who's putting out new content. And I come across this video in my notifications. This is from 3 years ago, but it was still on the feed. And it's from a YouTube channel called Hard Intentions. They do a lot of interviews with ex-prisoners, people getting out the system. And I've been subbed up to this channel for a minute. Some great content. I don't really do the prison genre anymore when it comes to YouTube. Because I like prison's in the past, bro. I don't really, I really don't glorify it. So I just kind of keep it in the past. But the title of this video, it popped up. And it says Snow Rock, the legendary white Crip. That caught my eye. Because this is a legendary white Crip that went to level 4s in prison out in California. Now, if you know anything about California, that's a no-no, really. They don't play that out there. Out here in Colorado, it's a little different, but in Cali, they are so big on, the racial aspect. So if somebody actually hit that compound and they survived and they went to level 4s and, maxes and different things, and they got through their whole stay and they're a white Crip, bro, you got to know that individual's really solid. And, he's a different type of breed because out there, it's something that's really pushed. Now, I've heard of Snow Rock, and what I've heard about him is that, he was a knockout artist, right? Solid. And even when you read the comments in any interviews, because that's not the only interview that I actually heard about Snow Rock. There's different people that interviewed him, Hoodie from the Hood, and everybody just is giving it up to this fool because, in his day, he was a frontliner, and, it didn't matter what you brought at that dude. He was getting, the best of a lot of situations, There's stories of that fool, choking out and knocking out OGs from other politics and other, programs, and he got the best of them. So he had that reputation, right? Now, I give my kudos to him because this is my opinion, and it's probably not the popular opinion. If you grow up in a certain neighborhood and that's all you know, and you have day ones from that neighborhood, if you're a white fool and you grew up in a black neighborhood, right, where the Crips was, and you got day ones in the trenches, you got dead homies, and you got war stories with fools you've been in the trenches with. When you hit them compounds, and especially if you're politicking on the street, you hit them compounds, bro, it doesn't matter what you're faced with. It matters that you stand on them tens, bro, and you know what I'm saying? Ride for your beliefs. You don't switch up when you hit that compound because you're scared or fools say you can't do that. That's one big reason, like, for myself, right? I kept it all the way 127%. All the way around with the politics I was raised up off of. That's all I knew. I didn't know any other politics. I would have been the worstest individual in any other politics, But I seen a lot of individuals in Colorado, especially, you see him banging in the streets, and then they get to prison, and because the odds is not with them and it's stacked against them, they switch up and they become different gangbangers from a different organization. And you be like, bro, you used to bang this on the streets and now you're banging this. I just think that was weird, homie, to me, because I kept it 100, bro. And regardless, and maybe I'm a different type of breed, you wasn't breaking the loke, bro. And I just felt like a lot of individuals just didn't, you know what I'm saying, keep the flame lit, because from the get-go, they wasn't really built like that, bro. They should have never been a part of any type of politics if they were just going to disown who they were. So when I started, looking into the dude's story, I started thinking about Colorado and some white Crips that I knew in DOC in prison. And there was a handful that kept it thorough, on different compounds that I've been with. And these fools had, good names, and they would handle their business. Now, some of them were more treacherous than the other ones, but these are the ones that I knew for a fact, because I've been around them, that they handled their business, man, and you can't take nothing from them. First fool I want to give respect to, that was a white Crip. His name was Trey. And if I'm not mistaken, he was from Phi Deuce Hoover Crippin'. And when you first ran into this fool Trey, bro, you thought he was actually a white supremacist. He's all tatted down, but then he came to the freaking yard for a C meeting, and he's dapping up his homies, and everybody was over there. And I said, damn, this fool's a Kiwi. Then I seen that fool mash out two little Paisa fools, bro, at the same time, knocked him. Boom, boom, boom. And they gave that fool a lot of credibility, bro. And his name, all around, like when you asked other Crips and Lokes, bro, like they showed that fool a lot of love. Another fool that was in the system that actually is a close homie is the homie Lurch from Dog City Crips. This fool, at first, when I first actually met this fool, I was like, who's this tall fool? Because this fool is like 6'4", 6'5", bro. And he was skinny at that time. And now the homie Lurch from Dog Cities, he's a bigger dude outside. He got outside of them gates, and he's killed his number and everything. But he came on that compound, man. And, at first, his first years in prison, bro, he had to go through a lot because of the simple fact is, bro, everybody was trying to test this fool, but every time, homie, they tested this fool, he would lock down, and he had some hands, bro. This fool was knocking fools out. Lurch, what's up, Rada? And his big homie, Big E.T., he's the rider, bro. He had Lurch on go, and I can't take nothing from Lurch. That's the homie, bro. I talk to that fool to this day, but he was a squabber. That fool was... He was nice with the hands. And I remember this one time, bro, this fool, I think he was a AMP, a white supremacist fool. And this fool called the older black fool the N-word with the ER on it. And Lurch heard that, and he took off on him. Boom, boom, in the chow hall. Bow, 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 and slid his ass. I said, dang, Lurch is with all the shenanigans, homie. So big shout out to Lurch. Another individual, bro, and this is probably one of them fools, like, that you really, if you had static with this individual, this fool was coming to bring harm. Ray Loke. Carl Fomer, bro. This fool was a bona fide killer. And the bad part about it is, bro, when he first fouled, he just, he banged the east side because he originally from Philadelphia and came out here to the east side. And, East Coast, east side, but when he came out here, he was, just infatuated and bred it and embedded in the east side. So when he got on that yard, he was just banging east side. And he more was welcomed from the Crips And down the road, sure enough, being around Crips, because even when he was banging Eastside, he still was very, very cool with a lot of the Crips. Well, he was a headhunter, bro. They used to, before he even got put on any hood, this fool was already known to have a lot of institutional violence. And I'm talking about Ray Ray, bro. He was just this solid, big ass waifu, and I'm talking about struck down. Like, that was his big thing. He had struck down. And the cold part is when he got to the penitentiary out here in DOC, the white boys tried to draft him, homie, and he was not with the white politics. So they got mad, and he knocked out the OG fool. He knocked out the big fool that had the keys for the white fools. So they kind of had a green light out on his head. But really, he was doing 84 to life, and it seemed like, bro, anytime he came across anybody that was tripping, he would get the best of them. And you didn't really want to mess with Ray Ray because he was all into that combat, bro. He studied, he just was one of them dudes that just every ounce was just militant. And he got quoted down the road. And when he got quoted to the Crips, I could remember when he got quoted to the Crips, it was like the early 2000s. And he took the revolution to the heart, bro. Like, this fool on the compound, when anybody that had beef with anybody from the Crips would pull up, he made it very hard. He would press anybody that had any conflicts with anybody that was in his circle. Even if it was in his business, you had beef with one of his brothers, you better get your blade, because that's how Ray Ray was. And he was not an individual that fools really wanted to fight, because that fool was he was big and he was very solid. I'm saying muscle on muscle. And I can remember the first time I knew that he was like super with all the activities. The Crips get into it with the Sureños, and the Sureños were deep on the yard. They jumped one of the Crips on the yard. So Ray Ray, his crazy ass, he led the troops to the yard, and there was a couple fools on the yard with him, and the Sureños came out there, and nobody really wanted like the heads up with Ray Ray, bro. Nobody. He just he made a lot of people nervous on the yards. Plus, Ray Ray was doing all day, bro. He was a sticker, and when you have a person that's really strong and they're a sticker, bro, that's very, very dangerous. And I can remember it popped off, homie. And the first fool this is the fool that had a lot of power with the Sureños. The first fool comes out, he gets to talking, and Ray Ray just decapitated this fool's jaw in the yard, bro. Broke his whole jaw. His face caved in. Boom. And then the other homies that were on the yard, they started mixing these fools up. While the Sureños on the upper yard seen this, and what could they do? They just seen all their homies getting smashed up. So it was crazy, man. And then he went to CSP, and they got assayed and stuff. And he was one of them dudes, bro. White Crip that had a lot of fools nervous. Yeah, bro. So big shout out to all them fools. Big shout out to Ray Loke, Ray Ray. Crazy fools, some maniacs, man, when it came to the revolution, when it came to Crippin', and they were out there normed. I didn't mention this. You know how fools get gang whackouts, bro? You'll have fools that have like BKs and CKs, bro. This fool was so crazy, homie. He had a lot of beef with like, some of the waifus, and he had love for some of the waifus, and I think out of fear, but he got some of them fools' brands on him, and he literally crossed them out. He whacked them out, tattoo-wise, bro. So big shout out to them fools. Mall High salute. You know what it is.